What's good, y'all, man? RCA here with a video for you guys. Today we're talking about point guards. It's a point guard world in NBA 2K23 My Team, and I'm going to be talking about some of the best point guards in the game. Now, as you can see in the auction house, there's a lot of different cards you can be looking to pick up. Now, I'm going to be giving you my opinion on what I think are the best cards that fit my playstyle. But I'm also going to be talking about why you would look to pick up, this card over that card. And we're going to be talking about 1 through 10, the top 10 point guards in the game at the moment. Stay locked. We're on the road to 15,000 subs. Appreciate you guys coming through. Let's jump right into it. All right, so starting off at our 10 spot, we got Pink Diamond Dwyane Wade. Now, there is another diamond version of this card that you can pick up that was free. But if you're looking from the auction house, he is fairly cheap right now. We got a 6'4" guard, great offense and defense. Dwyane Wade is always a solid card in my team, so he's definitely going to be a good pickup. Looking at his badges, Hall of Fames, he has a lot of good finishing badges. Shooting badges are decent, but he does come with that Hall of Fame clamp breaker and quick first step. Defensive badges are just decent. Nothing on Hall of Fame, which you would think he would have some good Hall of Fame badges. But you'd be able to find some with some extra ones in the auction house. His stats are pretty juiced around the board. Now, the only thing that puts Dwyane Wade down where he is in my ratings are his animations and his shot just being super slow. So he does have his Dwyane Wade on normal, and for some reason that shot base is very slow this year. So when they put it on quick, I think a lot of people are going to go pick up that Dwyane Wade. He also doesn't dribble as well side to side as some other guards. So if you're looking for somebody that can slash like really easy, once he gets into the lane, he's going to be, one of the top. But it's harder to get him there than some of the other cards because of what his animations look like. And again, his shot is just not the fastest, and it's not the easiest to time. So if you're looking to just shoot some jump shots, he's going to be very hard to use. But defensively, he probably is the best smaller at 6'4", smaller point guard that you can use in the game because his block animations and everything are on par with some of the best. All right, coming in at number 9, Russell Westbrook. Not my favorite player in the NBA, but you cannot lie. This card is a monster in NBA 2K23 My Team. 99 offense, 93 defense, 6'3". Doesn't have many hot zones outside. He's not going to be the greatest shooter, but finishing, my man Splash calls him training wheels, and he calls him that for a reason. This guy finishes dunks better than pretty much any card in the game. Doesn't matter what position they play. Russell Westbrook gets to the rim and dunks on everybody. 98 speed, 98 acceleration with a 95 vertical. 3-point shot only a 78, but if you can time it well, the defense is going to be backing up so much to stop you from getting inside. I have seen some people kill with this card from 3-point range. Interior defense and block is lower. That puts him down on our list too because he doesn't defend inside as best as some other guards do, but his perimeter defense is very good. Clamp breaker and quick first step on Hall of Fame with Hall of Fame dimer as well. And he does come with some good gold badges for defense. So if you're looking for an easy card to use for rim running, he probably is the easiest and the best card to use to get to the rim and just dunk the ball. Hands down, Russell Westbrook coming in at number 9 for our point guard spot. All right, moving up to number 8, Gary Payton, man. 6'4" guard, 99 defense. The glove is pretty decent in my team. Now, they did make him glitched, so his 3-point shot is money. And he does have a pretty decent release. So 92 3-point shot, 95 speed, 95 acceleration, great strength, great defense across the board. And it's Gary Payton. Obviously, he's going to have great defense. His dunk is only a 70, so he's not the best rim runner. But for the style that I like to play, he gets it done because he can defend very well. He can shoot the rock, and he does have some good safe dunks when he gets into the lane. And the way the game is played this year, it's actually easier to score inside than pretty much any others. Only has Hall of Fame Agent 3, so you're going to have to try to get him with some guard up or, put his Claymore up to Hall of Fame, his blinders up to Hall of Fame, but overall pretty decent shooting. He does not have the best playmaking badges out of the box. So quick first step, clamp breaker and stuff like that. You're gonna have to put his quick first step on Hall of Fame, definitely. Clamp breaker, you're not gonna be able to increase that. But defensive badges, I'm a defensive guy. I like defense in this game. So Challenger, clamps, glove, interceptor, and menace are definitely Hall of Fame badges that I like to see on my players. That's why I put Gary Payton a little bit over Russell Westbrook. And also just the ease of his shot. But if you look for an easier card to use, I definitely recommend the Russell Westbrook over Gary Payton. Looking for a better defender that can also shoot really well with a decent shot animation, Gary Payton is better than both Dwyane Wade and Russell Westbrook for that. All right, we are on to number 6. Stephen Curry, man. You can never do a point guard list and leave this guy out. And I know his defense is low. He's only 6'3". But if you know how to shoot in this game, like my boy Grussy does, he is phenomenal. Stephen Curry, 91 speed, 91 acceleration, 97 three-point shot, low strength, low drive and dunk, low interior defense, low block. But you're not looking for him to do anything besides defend a weak link and to be a monster scorer on the offensive end for you. Hall of Fame Agent 3, Hall of Fame Amp, catch and shoot, deadeye, and limitless range. If you can time his shots up, you make some of the craziest shots. I've watched Grussy use this card, and it doesn't seem like Curry will be that good based on this year's meta, but if you understand how to use this card, he is literally unguardable. Defensively, you're definitely going to have to hide him. He only has bronze clamps, silver interceptor, not going to be very good in the post. He can't get brick wall or anything like that. So you're going to have to be able to score at a high rate in order to use this card. So I put him above Westbrook and Wade because he is way higher of an offensive threat for shooters. But if you're somebody that likes to run to the rim and needs somebody that can play defense, Stephen Curry is going to be down on that list for you. You're definitely going to want somebody more on the defensive end because he is not going to be able to do very much to stop some of the players that are higher on this list. All right, we're coming in on number 6, and this is where we start to blend a lot of the stuff that we've already talked about. And John Wall is one of the best cards that has come out to do that. I know a lot of competitive players that still use this John Wall, and for good reason. 6'4", hot zone right in the middle of the top of the key, 97 offense, 97 defense. Now, this card is special because he can drive and dunk kind of like the Russell Westbrook, but he has a good shot kind of like the Gary Payton. So timing his shot is easier, it's a little bit quicker, and he also gets to the rim and can dunk the ball with that 95 drive and dunk. He also has a 79 block and 72 interior defense. So we're starting to get better interior defense as we get higher in our tiers with these combo guards. So Clamp Breaker Hall of Fame, Floor General Hall of Fame. I'm surprised he did not come with Hall of Fame Quick First Step, but you definitely want to get one with it so that you can get to the rim easier. And then Hall of Fame Pogo Stick. But he also does have good gold badges, so he's not going to get run through on the defensive end. So if you look for just a blend point guard that's going to balance into your offensive scheme, he's not going to get ran over defensively. He's very, very balanced. He can shoot, he can drive, he can pass, he can defend, all at a very, very good level to where you're not going to be dropping off very, very, very high. So like Westbrook, you drop off of shooting, right? Stephen Curry, you drop off of defense pretty hard and like kind of driving to the basket unless you know how to do layups really well. Gary Payton, you drop off of drive and dunk. So there's John Wall that can do all those things very, very well. So if you're looking for a guard that can do that, John Wall's going to be your guy. We are now moving into the top 5 of our list. And this is when we start to get a little bit gritty, and there's certain reasons why these cards are there. So let's talk about Lamelo Ball, man. 6'7", big point guard. Hot zones everywhere besides the top of the key for the three-point line. And you're looking at some pretty good stats on both the offensive and defensive end. Not as fast as John Wall and Russell Westbrook, but he does have good strength, good vertical, 89 three-point shot, 80 drive and dunk. So he can do both of those at a very, very good rate. He also has good Hall of Fame badges, playmaking badges. Defensively, he drops off a little bit, but the 6'7" height makes a huge difference. Like if this was Stephen Curry, he's only 6'3". That changes things. 6'7" player with a good strength at 74 and good interior defense, he is going to be able to still get the job done. So that pushes him up the list very, very high. Now, something about Lamelo Ball that makes him really good is his shot. That Lamelo Ball base and his quick release enables you to shoot the ball on any type of moderate defense. Off ball, somebody's off balling you and you pass to him real quick, he can get the shot up. If they back off of you a little bit, he can get the shot up quicker than a lot of guards in the game. So that really changes the game a lot this year because a lot of cards are coming with normal shot timing. So he shoots quicker than everyone while having a 6'7" base, while having great playmaking. He can get to the rim, he can dunk, he can dribble the ball well. So everything on the court offensively is just amplified because of how well he can shoot the rock. And then defensively, he's 6'7", so he can guard a lot of people. If I'm guarding somebody and they have Scottie Pippen on the court, I'm going to just put him on Scottie Pippen because Scottie Pippen's not going to play make that much. So you can hide LaMelo Ball easier on defense than you can hide some of the other shorter players, even if they have better defense than he does. Hopefully that makes sense. LaMelo Ball coming in at number 5. Let's get into the top 4. Coming in at the number 4 spot, 99 offense, 6'7". Hot zones at the top 3 spots at the top of the key. Penny Hardaway. Very, very good card. Controversial. A lot of people put him at number 1, but for some reason, I do not think he's the best point guard in the league. And let's talk, not in the league, in the game. Let's talk about that. So his finishing doesn't come with any Hall of Fame finishing badges, although you can put some on him like fast twitch or anything. He's not going to go have that crazy posterizer kind of how like the John Wall or Russell Westbrook has. He does have space creator on Hall of Fame, but his shooting badges, like Deadeye or anything like that, that can't be increased. He does not come with limitless range, but he does have the chance to get guard up put on Hall of Fame. So you can hit some good standstill shots with Penny Hardaway. He's not going to be your main shooter. He's just a big 6'7" guard that can dribble the ball well, and this is where his playmaking shines right here. Ankle breaker, clamp breaker, dimer, hyperdrive, killer combos, and quick first step. If you're going to the basket with him off the dribble, he's going to be one of the better guards to use. Definitely up there with like Westbrook, but he's not going to finish at the rim as well as Westbrook because he doesn't have that posterizer, and he's not as quick to the rim as Westbrook is, but he can get it done. And also on the defensive end, he has some gold and silver badges, but he's not like a lockdown defender. He is very, very good overall, but he's not going to be exceptionally good at anything besides really driving to the rim and playmaking, which was what Penny Hardaway did. Definitely not a bad card at all. He's at that 4th spot. But for some reason, he just doesn't crack my top 3 just because he's not super elite at anything. He's very, very well balanced. I do like the card. I've used him a few times, but I like others better. So Penny Hardaway, if you're looking for a balanced card, sort of like that John Wall, he just doesn't finish at the rim as well as John Wall, but he is going to be able to get it done, and he is fairly cheap right now. Coming in at number 3, we got another Ball brother on the list. This one, 6'6", 98 defense, good hot zones, is Lonzo Ball, man. I got Lonzo ahead of LaMelo. Although some people may disagree, I'm going to tell you why. Personally, for me, I think Lonzo Ball is ahead of LaMelo Ball. Now, let's look at the stats. We've got 89 3-point shot, 92 acceleration, 92 speed. Very, very good strength, right? Good interior defense, good block, great perimeter defense, can drive and dunk. He can do everything on the court offensively, but there are some small issues with him offensively that we're going to get into as well. His shooting badges are pretty decent. He definitely needs to be able to have limitless to be as effective as some of the guards before him, but he can get it done shooting the ball if you understand his shot. His shot animation is also very difficult to hit, but where Lonzo shines, his playmaking and then his defense. Challenger, glove, and minutes on Hall of Fame with the gold clamps, gold interceptor. With that 93 perimeter defense, he literally locks up, especially since he is 6'6" with that kind of stuff. So that's like Gary Payton's stats and Gary Payton defensive badges somewhat on a 6'6" player. So 2 inches taller, and his player model is kind of beefy too. So he's able to just defend so much better than so many of the other guards around his height or even shorter that are defensive guards. He is a defensive first guard. LaMelo is an offensive first guard. So you can kind of interchange them based on what you need. But if you need somebody that's going to be able to lock up point guards or lock up some shooting guards on the court, Lonzo Ball can get it done. You definitely have to get used to his shot. His shot animation is tough to get. That Lonzo Ball lower base is tough to understand. But once I got it down, I was hitting open with him really easy, hitting off the dribble, and he's definitely easier to use, especially with stat backs and stuff like that. So he's my number 3 again because I'm a defensive-minded person, and I think his defense kind of outweighs LaMelo because I play more of a team balanced style. If you're more of an isolation style player that likes to try to find somebody real quick open after you make a move with Tim Thomas, kind of how like Splash plays. Splash uses LaMelo because he's able to get the shot up really quick, but he also has Lonzo sometimes coming off the bench. So it's up to you, but I personally think Lonzo Ball is the number 3 guard in the game. All right, moving into number 2, and I know we're going to have some controversy with this one, but I have tested this card a lot, and I definitely stand by this. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is our number 2 guard in the game right now. 6'6" point guard, shooting guard, good hot zones. And the first thing we're going to talk about, we're not going to go through the stats yet. We're just going to talk about his animations. His shot animation is on quick, so he gets the ball up quick shooting that rock. That really boosts him up to me, because not only can he play defense and get to the basket, but he shoots the ball kind of similar to how Lamelo Ball does. You have to hold the button a little bit longer on Shai's, but the shot gets off quick. You cannot back off of this card how you could with like a Lonzo or a Penny or something like that. So moving down to his stats, Hall of Fame bully, 92 speed, 92 acceleration, 92 vertical. So he's getting up there. He's athletic as hell. 79 strength, so he's not going to get pushed around. 85 three-point shot, 71 interior, but with his 6'6" frame, it doesn't seem like he only has a 71 interior. 80 drive and dunk. Hall of Fame clutch shooter and mini magician, but you can put a lot of his other stuff up on Hall of Fame. Only thing you can't really give him is that limitless range, but he does still hit from pretty deep from my experience. Hall of Fame clamp breaker, that's a big badge to have on some of your guards. Quick first step. And then his defensive badges pretty much are all gold across the board. But again, his 6'6" frame, he kind of blends between that Lamelo Ball and Lonzo Ball style player. So now you have a player that can both defend really well. He's also 6'6", but now his shot is also fast, right? And he can drive and get to the basket. And he has good dribble animation. So he has a burst out of his dribble drive. He can do everything that all the cards before him can do, but he also has the animations that makes him just that much of a better player because of his shot and how he dribbles the ball when going towards the basket. Where Lonzo doesn't have the burst. LaMelo might have the burst, but then he's not as good of a defender. So Shai kind of blends all that stuff together. And he's only a diamond. So if he gets another card, it's just going to be out of this world. But this card, when I used him, I was like, yeah, this is it. Because he can do everything you need him to do. And he does not give you a liability pretty much anywhere. You can't sag off of him. You can't like bully him on defense. He's going to be able to drive by you with clamp breaker so he can drive to the basket. There's no weakness that this card really has at all. Hey, now I know y'all knew who my number one was gonna be. I don't know if you watched my streams with Magic or you know my real review, but Magic Johnson, he's taking the number one spot from me. And I definitely recommend, if you don't understand how to use this Magic Johnson, you gotta go figure it out. Because this dude is the number one point guard in the game. Number one, hot zones at the top of the key, 6'9" with a 7-foot wingspan, 99 offense, 94 defense. Hall of Fame bully and Hall of Fame post spin technician, does come into play sometimes if you need it. 93 speed, 93 acceleration with an 85 strength, 85 3-point shot, 85 drive and dunk, 60 stand and dunk. Don't let the 60 stand and dunk fool you. He stand and dunks everything because he's 6'9". And then he has a very high 80s on interior, perimeter, steal, block. All those for defenses is going to be in the 80s. So you can boost what you want, although I would recommend probably the interior or perimeter defense with some block to boost him up a little bit more with his 3-point shot, and you'd be sitting pretty. Looking at his shooting badges, not going to be a shooter like that, but he can hit those open still shots. Don't back off of Magic and leave him wide open because you're going to be able to hit. If you understand how to shoot the ball with Magic Johnson and you can hit consistently, he literally has no weaknesses on the court. Going to his playmaking, clamp breaker, dimer, floor general, quick first step, and unpluckable. So you're not going to just be able to reach and take the ball from Magic. Defensive badges, pretty decent. If they would have given him Hall of Fame defensive badges, this card would have been incredibly overpowered. So he has silver interceptor, silver menace, silver chase down. I would definitely boost that up to Hall of Fame if you can. Silver glove. You're not going to be reaching with Magic anyway. I really wouldn't unless you're trying to get a bump steal. Clamps, pick dodger, all on gold. So this card, to me, you're not going to be guarding the point guard. You're going to put him on one of the power forwards or small forwards. He's very versatile. He also rebounds the ball better than any point guard in the game at this point because he has an 85 and 88 for his rebounding. So not only is he going to have him be able to guard guards if you need him to, you can play switch style defense if you want to put him on a small forward or a power forward. Only thing he can't really guard out there like that is like a 7-foot center. He's going to get, beat up by a 7-foot center. But he can guard pretty much any power forward that's not over like 6'10". I put Magic Johnson on him because I know I'm going to get rebounds and he's going to be able to hold his own in the post. He has great animations getting to the baskets, one of the best passers in the game. If you understand how to use his moves, he's pretty much unstoppable. You have to bring help. You have to switch somebody bigger onto him. He just creates a mismatch nightmare for the defense. And that's why he is my number one point guard in the game, because there's so much you have to do to account for Magic Johnson when he's on the court. You can't just put any player on him because based on what you do, the offense is going to counteract that. So if you have a small player on him, I'm going to post up. If you have a slower player on him, I'm going to try to get to the basket. But you can sag off him a little bit more because he does have a slower shot. So I definitely give you guys that. But like I said, go watch my Magic Johnson player review. And I definitely think number one, hands down, Magic Johnson. Leave your comments in the description if you have a different opinion than me. Who do you guys think is the number one point guard in the game? But let's go ahead and look at the full list real quick. So I'm also going to give you guys some bonus players if you wanted to go pick up. So our 11, 12, and 13. Cade Cunningham, if you want an even bigger point guard at 6'8", Cade is pretty good, but he's going to struggle a little bit more on a defensive end because he only has like bronze clamps, so it's kind of tough to use at this point of the game. James Harden, Hall of Fame limitless range with a very fast shot. If you like to create on offense and have some like shifty dribble moves, he has some of the best SIGs in the game. I think James Harden is a very good use, but defensively he is a nightmare because you're going to get run over at this stage of the game because so many Hall of Fame clamp breaker cards are out there. Then if you like smaller guards, Chris Paul and how his defense is set up, he kind of plucks the ball from pretty much anybody as soon as you try to cross over on him like that. But he's only 6 foot, so you're going to get mashed inside. But I did want to leave those guys as honorable mentions for y'all, just in case you wanted some extra people to pick up. Now, there are also diamonds out there that you can grab, like Alex Caruso and stuff. But if you're going to go get a diamond, just go grab Shai Gilgeous-Alexander because I think, if you don't really like Magic that much, just go pick up Shai because Shai's going to get it done. But Magic Johnson, to me, like I said, number one point guard. This is my full list in order. Let me know what you think. If you have something different, leave it in the comments. I'd appreciate the conversation. But until next time, I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. We up out of here, man. Peace.